Okay, I don't even know how to start this. I had a really cool little ring light, and I have no idea where it went, but I don't have a lot of free time, like quiet time, to film a video, so I'm just gonna have to do it. So this past weekend, when I was vlogging or whatever and walking, that's because my vehicle was out of commission. Well, yesterday my husband went to town and worked on it all day. So he drove the Jeep, that way, you know, everyone could fit into it, home so we could go back and pick up his truck, right? You know, it makes sense. So, we get into town, and it's weird because, we live, close to the Laurentian Divide, and the weather can be so different from here and that town. So we get into that town, and I just had this bad feeling. I told him, it's like, the roads look crappy, you know, like, just great. I'm not looking forward to driving home. And it was pretty late, you know, normally we don't have the boys out late, whatever. So, we're driving, I'm just heading out of town, and all of a sudden I see an animal, I don't know what, or animals, and my mom taught me, if it's between hitting, you know, something smaller, like an animal, or, you know, cranking the wheel and going into oncoming traffic, or, you know, a tree, you hit the animal. And plus it was black ice. So I hit the animals, and I just remember doing how many 360s, I don't know, across just both the whole highway, and there's oncoming traffic, and I just remember thinking, like, fuck, we're gonna die. And I remember looking to my right, and my son, he, you know, one of them was right there. I just remember seeing headlights coming towards him, and I was just thinking, you know, please, like, do not let this happen. And I wound up in a ditch full of cattails. Like, if you look at my Jeep, it's covered in cattail fur. The cattails were taller than me, and the way I wound up in the field, my headlights were pointing towards the road, so I mean, that's how much I was spinning. And I remember looking back right away, and both of them were fine. I was fine. It was a miracle. Like, I don't use miracle loosely, but it was a miracle. And I just remember getting out and throwing up, because I've never felt that kind of fear where you see danger, immediate danger, coming towards your babies, and you can't do anything, you know? I've never felt that. And it is the most helpless feeling. And I was just sobbing because I thought I killed someone's dog. You know, and many, you know, like, Good Samaritans stopped and, like, had their hazards on and whatever. My husband, he was heading towards Hardee's to get something to eat, and I called him and I told him. And when he came, he ended up driving this out of the ditch, didn't even have to call for a tow, because I initially called for a tow because I didn't know, you know, I thought there was going to be way more damage than what actually was. I mean, someone was watching out for us. That's what I believe, absolutely. Because there's no way at that time, with how many times we were spinning, that we didn't get hit or hit someone or flip in the ditch. You know, I can't believe it. And right away I asked them, I'm like, did I hit was it a dog? And they said, no, it was two wolves chasing this deer. And this guy said he saw the whole thing, that two wolves chasing a deer, and I hit the wolves. And that they were on the side of the road, they're black. And I put on Facebook, you know, because I've never, in all my years of living, you know, around this area, I've never heard of timber wolves being around there, you know? So I put, like, you know, just smoked 2 wolves and whatever, and I've been getting messages from people asking, are you sure it was a wolf? You know, blah, 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 because I guess someone's dog is missing. I did not hit a golden retriever. I hit something way bigger. And golden retrievers usually aren't black. I mean, it was clarified by state patrol sheriffs. It was absolutely wolves. And I can't believe, you know, I was sobbing because I killed animals, you know. That was not my intention, but they flew. It didn't even give me a minute to even think. And if I would have stomped on the brakes on black ice, that would have been even worse, you know, just the impact of hitting them, and then, you know, what that set in motion was, you know, stomping on the brakes. You never do that on black ice. You never brake. And then I just remember with the wheel trying to, you know, because you're trying to, like, you know, counteract, and it's just, and like when you're in an accident, everything's in slow motion, and it was just surreal. And I thought for sure that, you know, we were gonna die. I was absolutely sure. And it just puts things it puts everything into perspective. You know, I could have lost my boys last night. I mean, they could have lost me. You know, just the scenarios. And then I've been best friends with someone for years, probably, like, let's say 15 years now. And I haven't heard from them in quite some time. And honestly, it's really hurtful. Well, they messaged me a little, like, earlier today saying, sorry, I'm a shitty friend, you know, I'm going through stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I know that they're going through stuff. But in all honesty, you know, it takes 2 seconds to text someone and be like, hey, are you okay? Thanksgiving, usually say, you know, happy Thanksgiving, how are you? Especially in my first holiday without my mom. Like, you know, nothing. And I know it takes 2 to, you know, tango. But I told them I can't even, you know, reach out to my husband. Like, I can't reach out to anyone. So I don't know what you, like, what do you want from me? And then she lost her dad in 2019. And at that time, I just found out I was pregnant with my oldest. I would message her mom, like, I don't know how to go about this. Is she okay? Just let her know I'm here for her. And then with my pregnancy, I suffered several miscarriages before having my oldest. So I was terrified I was going to lose him. Just the hormones, it put me in a severe depression. I just felt so not me. And she said something like, well, you know, you weren't really there for me when my dad died. And it's like, are you serious? Like, okay, you apologize. And it took me a while to respond because I'm like, I don't know how to respond. I don't want to say something mean and hurtful, but it hurts. And, you know, I said that me and the boys were in an accident last night, and, you know, I feel like everyone abandoned me. And then she pretty much said that I abandoned her when her dad died. I don't remember it like that, but I'm not going to argue. I don't have the energy to argue and go tit for tat with stupid shit. It's like, so basically, since you think that I wasn't there for you when your dad died, you know, you're punishing me now? Because that is petty as fuck. And if that's the case, then, you know, go on your merry way. I don't care. And then, you know, saying like, you know, these past few months have been so bad for me, you know, feeling like, you know, the S word. And it's like, you know, I have a history of suicidal ideation. I'm trying to keep my shit together for my kids, for everything, you know, and it's like, you know, you apologize and then I tell you, you know, how I'm feeling, like, basically I'm hurt and, like, what do you want from me? Like, you know, no matter what, there's no excuse. You know, her dog passed away in 2021, and that was her baby. And she was so pissed off at one of her friends who was pregnant along with me. And I was so sick, both my pregnancies, the whole pregnancy, like vomiting like 20 times a day. And I would reach out and I'd hit her up multiple times a week. And it's like, I mentioned that to her, but, you know, fuck me, right? And it's like, and I'm not trying to discredit a dog, because also when her dad died, we had just lost all 3 of our cats. My cat got out and she got hit by a vehicle. Justin's cat was so attached to my cat that he died of a broken heart. And then the last one was 21 years old, and I think she died of a broken heart because no one else was around. We lost all 3 of our babies, you know, our fur babies, within 5 weeks. So I was severely depressed too. And it's like, but you're throwing this shit in my face. Like, you know, how old are we? And I guess if this is the case, then I really don't care. You know, I'm struggling to make it day by day to, you know, get things done. What does she want me to do? Harass her? Like, message her every day, like, hey, are you okay? It's like, you know, and I'm not gonna play, you know, a pissing contest, like, who's closer to their parents or whatever, because, like, me and my mom were like this, you know, sometimes, like, 20 calls a day to each other. And again, I don't want to discredit anyone, but it's like, everyone's grieving is different. Everyone that loses, like, a parent, their relationship with them is different. And it's like, I lost my mom and my best friend, and it's like, you know, I think I'd be more inclined to, like, you know, forget about it if she was like, you abandoned me, like, when my dad died. Like, really? Because I don't remember it that way, but I also had just moved out here, like, you know, not in town, so it's not like I can just drop by and be like, hey, you want to hang out? Let me bring you out for, you know, lunch or whatever. I don't know. And tell me, am I in the wrong? I don't know. Because I just thought it was pretty shitty that, you know, first apologizing and then, like, you know, flipping it. So, like, well, actually, you know, because it feels like I'm being punished for what she thinks, like, I did, you know, almost 5 years ago. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm just kind of over it. I'm over everyone and everything. You know, I don't have time to play these petty tit-for-tat games. And I don't care. You know, it's like, if someone genuinely cared about you, they wouldn't be bringing up shit in the past and whatever. And another thing that bothered me too, if, like, she really wants to, like, get, you know, like, petty, the day of my wedding, like, I only had a few people, and I was pregnant. She canceled on me. She was supposed to be my maid of honor and stand up there with me. She canceled because she was sick, and it's like, I get it. She didn't feel well, whatever. But you know what? That was extremely hurtful. But I never told her that. I never threw it in her face, but, you know, like, you couldn't even come for, like, you know, for us to say our vows and then leave, like, that was hurtful. And I'm just, I don't know. And then today I actually hung out with a friend that I haven't seen in years. We've known each other's, I think like 14 years. And it was nice to be able to, like, run errands together and reconnect and, like, you know, it was just nice. And I'm over just everything, you know? If this is a friendship, then I don't want it. And it's like, also during this time that my mom died, you know, I gave her a few, like, Huda Beauty palettes, like, to say, like, thank you for, you know, keeping me company that one night when I was at my mom's going through stuff. Thanks for coming to the funeral. Like, just stuff that, you know, you shouldn't have to, you know, I don't know why I feel that need, you know, to get someone something. Like, you came to my mom's funeral, great, here's, you know, a $30 palette. Like, I don't know why I'm like that. Maybe, I don't know why, but I don't know. Wish I didn't now, because, like, whatever. So, it's just, it is what it is. And I don't know, I guess if this is the end of a friendship, then it's the end. She really hasn't been there for me for the past, like, year. So, and, like, one of my weaknesses, just horrible traits is, it is so hard for me to reach out. Like, it is impossible for me to text someone, you know? It is so hard. And she knows this, so I guess, you know, use that against me, whatever, you know? I really don't care. Because when I can't even reach out to my husband, that's pretty bad, you know? But, I don't know. I don't know anymore. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I guess weigh in the comments, because I don't know. Like, the other day, I unfriended her. I know it's petty, but it's like, you know, I'm not gonna, like, let you just, like, creep on my shit and, like, find out information, you know, when you don't even bother. Like, it's a simple thing just to say, how are you? Are you okay? Because I feel like I'm taking care of my sister and everything, and, like, but no one genuinely is asking me, are you okay? How are you doing? I feel like I'm just, I don't know, that I really don't matter, but I don't know, to other people for some sort of use or whatever, but, you know, not because of, like, something genuine. I don't know, I feel used, and it's a gross feeling, but I don't know. So, I guess, weigh in, let me know, because, like, I don't know, man, but I think it's messed up, you know? Don't apologize and then, like, go in to attack someone. It's, like, kind of fucked up. But anyway, I need to get home. It's getting late, and preschool comes pretty early in the morning, you know? So, on that note, guys, take care. You know, be careful when you're driving. Like, I am so grateful that it could have been so bad. That's all I know. It could have been catastrophic. So, anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble, and as always, take care. Don't be an asshole. Bye.